what's up guys, it's Bunny. I'm back again for a whole new video. I hope the Bunny gang is ready for this video. This video I just kinda came up with it on the fly. It wasn't a video that I had like pre-planned that I was gonna record anyway, but I figured since it popped up in my head, I said why not, because a lot of people do ask this question, and one of two things happens. Either they ask this question and they get an answer, or two, whatever answer they do get, they don't like it and it wasn't the answer that they wanted. So hopefully by me posting this video, maybe I can get people to respond to the video and give me an answer that maybe most people have not said already, or at least give me a different insight as far as this topic goes. So let's get on with this video. Pretty much this video is about when is the best time to put a ring on that finger. When is the best time to propose to her? Now, if you look online as far as like divorce rates, which I have looked it up, they have different algorithms as to why you can get a divorce, and why the divorce rate is so high in the U.S. One of the reasons for divorce is you got married too young, you know, or whatever your occupation is. That's another thing, part of the algorithm of how they came up with the percentage as to why you got a divorce in the first place. I did not know that your profession, as far as your job goes, can be a reason as to why you can get a divorce, which it kind of makes sense, because they said, for example, a massage therapist has a higher risk of getting a divorce than, say, someone who's a scientist, which is very interesting, that your job also plays a role into if you're going to get divorced. Also, back to the whole when is the best time to get married or at least propose to her. I feel like it's whenever you feel comfortable. Do it when you feel ready. Also, make sure that if you are going to do it because you want to do it, not because it's a social norm and because you feel like that's what you're supposed to do, because that's what people are expecting you to do, because that's part of the American dream. Do it because that's your best friend, because you love her or him. You know what I mean? Like, do it because you want them in your life for the rest of your life and because you want to have children with them. Do it for the right reasons. Because if you do it because you're trying to appease somebody else, or because you're trying to prove a point that you eventually got married so other people can see it or whatever, that marriage is definitely not going to last, because you didn't get married to that person because you chose to get married to them. You got married to them to, you know what I mean, say something to the world and try to make it look like you were following the American dream. Also, the next question that a lot of people try to figure out is when is the best time to even do it. Most people usually say within the range of like 2 to 3 years, which I think so too. It's between like 2 to 3 years. Also, I feel like whatever is going on in the relationship as well. Like, it depends on how well your relationship is going and where the money is going as far as your relationship goes. If you have the money to get married, or at least get engaged, I should say, then by all means do it. If you don't and you have to hold off on it, fine. I feel like a simple conversation with your partner should suffice. I feel like if you don't have that conversation with your partner and you just leave them hanging as far as why haven't we got married, unwanted arguments or unwanted issues will occur because of that reason. And I'm just gonna let you know that right now. The next thing I would say is, there's no set time on when you should get married, but I also feel like you should at least let it be known to your partner that you're at least considering it, and that you have it like an idea of when you would feel comfortable as far as to getting married to them. And I also feel like, maybe you should try the whole promise ring after maybe like a year of the relationship. Show that person that you have a form of commitment to them, even though technically at the particular time you're not married to them. You know what I mean? Like, let that be known. Another thing that I also want to address when it comes to getting married or someone proposing to you, because I know a lot of chicks, they want that ring. They want to be able to say that he went down on one knee, he proposed to me, we're possibly going to get married, we're possibly going to have kids together. I know every chick in America that likes dudes wants that to happen. I understand that. But you also have to remember too, there are dudes out there that get into relationships and they're just not trying to get married to anybody. They're just kind of like just shacking it up with people just to shack it up, and they have no intentions of actually settling down. And what I mean by that is, and the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because I know a lot of dudes do this. What they'll do is they'll get with a chick that they know is probably not going to leave them no matter how many years they have physically been together and haven't gotten married or whatever, and be with that chick and then pretty much like show no indication of possible commitment. So they could have been together for like 6 years, but he's never considered putting a ring on her finger, or 8 years or whatever, and he's just like dragging the relationship on. Those are people who are just trying to settle in a relationship just to say they have a relationship, but they're not actually trying to commit to you. At some point in time, if you're the person waiting for the ring, or you're the person that's supposed to be distributing the ring, you need to really figure out what you're doing with your life. If you're going to be with somebody after a certain point in time and not give them conversation to let them know as to why you haven't done anything to show forms of commitment, you need to figure out why you're wasting your time in this relationship that's just dragging on years in and years out. You know what I mean? Because that's time that you're wasting. That's time you're giving to somebody that obviously is not valuing your time. And you could give that to somebody else. And that's not fair. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be like a Debbie Downer over here, but that's really what it is. And for all you females who go through that, because I know a lot of females go through that, I'm pretty sure there's dudes out there that go through this as well. If you're with somebody and you know you've been with them for a certain amount of time, and you know that you're at the point where he should have thought about possibly marrying you, it is not wrong of you to sit down with him and have a conversation and say, hey, what's up? What's going on here? Like, are we ever going to consider committing? Especially if you're a chick who actually wants to get married and have kids. You are not wrong for doing that. You are perfectly entitled to state your opinions and express how you feel when it comes to being in a serious relationship. So my thing is, do what you gotta do. Make sure you're with someone who actually wants to commit to you. That's the biggest thing that I want to mention in this video. Never be with someone who genuinely does not want to commit to you for you and is not committing to you for the right reasons. You know, make sure they're not just like shacking up with you because you just have a nice house or that you make a lot of money or whatever. Make sure that they're with you for you. Okay? And make sure they're doing everything that they're supposed to do to make you happy. If not, like I said, voice your opinions, let it be known before it's too late and you're stuck in something that you're going to have a harder time getting out of because you're already in it. I'm just trying to help you out with this because there's a lot of people that go through this and it's actually sad. And I feel like if people took more time to really figure out what they wanted to do and how to fix their own inner issues, I feel like the divorce rate would not be as high as it is, no matter what your occupation was, no matter how old you were, what have you. I mean, I feel like things would be way different if people actually took the time to do a little bit of research and actually thought things through, if that makes any sense. But comment down below if you agree with me. If you disagree with me, you can also reach out to me on my social media. Let me know what you think. I hope the Bunny Gang enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I'm Bunny, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.